So it is becoming kind of a reoccurring theme that we bring our Ohio Youth Leadership Council representative here with us during Winter Conference. So I just think it's really important to get our YLC out in front of you guys, for you guys to meet her or him. It's been, I was telling Ruby, it's really just been young ladies that we've had, so a little bit of girl power there, which is great. So let's just give you a little bit of history and about the YLC program, which I continue to try to share with you guys and hope you guys learn a little bit more about this program and why it's important. So this is Ruby Johnston, who was sponsored on Youth Tour 2025 by Lorain-Medina, and she took the extra step to apply for the YLC position and was selected as one of 3 finalists. She gave a speech while we were on Youth Tour as to why she should represent Ohio and was then elected by her peers. NRECA brought back for the first time since COVID, the YLC summer program, where Ruby headed back to Washington, D.C. in July of 2025 for the first week of what in total is a year-long leadership program, development program. During this year, they participate in training, advocacy, and public speaking. As you know, she will also then represent Ohio at Power Exchange in March in Nashville. So during the month of October, YLC representatives from across the country are asked to complete a service project in partnership with their local electric co-op that builds awareness of National Co-op Month, inspires engagement, and strengthens the bond between them, their co-op, and their community. Ruby's service project was a technology disposal drive where she was able to collect 4,476 pounds of e-waste that was then able to be recycled and stay out of landfills. One of the most powerful parts of the YLC experience is how the delegates learn to tell their story. They work alongside their sponsoring co-op, statewide association, NRECA staff, and an NRECA staff assistant to craft a speech that captures their youth tour journey and the power of youth leadership. They are told not to just recap youth tour, but make it a reflection of what they learned about themselves and how it connects youth leadership to rural America and to their future. They record the speech as they give it to their local co-op board and turn it in to NRECA to apply to be the national speaker on the big stage at Power Exchange. Though Ruby was not chosen as this year's national speaker, her speech is heartfelt, powerful, and brutally honest. I am so proud of her and her representation of Ohio. Please welcome Ruby Johnston.
Carpe diem, seize the day. Make your lives extraordinary. Mr. Keating, Dead Poets Society. Seize the day, make your lives extraordinary. Make the most of each day. Never take anything for granted. Phrases so easy to say, but who really stops to listen? Life can become mundane, and everyone eventually falls back into their habits. Everything can start to feel hopeless, always just out of reach. You have to start asking yourself, what's the point anymore? But perhaps, even in moments like these, it's still worth trying, if only to discover what new possibilities might emerge. I'm sure we've all felt this way at some point. I've struggled with these thoughts before, constant queries begging for an answer. When? When will you be happy? When will you be fulfilled? When will it be enough? I used to feel invisible, unremarkable, like static on the television. I was just there. Time was walking forward and I was moving back, constantly, endlessly. My peers were reaching innumerable heights, and there I was, unchanging and useless. I tried to apply myself, but nothing ever came of it. Nobody cared about what I had to say or what I brought to the room, or at least that's what I told myself. Others seemed so successful, so loved. What made them matter? When would I be able to take a stand? I worked towards a goal that seemed impossible for me, yet easy for others. What was the point of trying? Yet something inside of me urged me to keep searching and hoping despite these constant whys. I remember applying for my school's National Honor Society. I didn't get in because I didn't have enough leadership experience. It felt like everyone was walking around school with an acceptance letter in their hands, and I had none. I felt so disappointed in myself. I had put exceptional effort into my application. I remember working on it every single morning, My coach who wrote the letter of recommendation asked me if I got in, and I felt so ashamed of myself. Warm, wet, hot tears pooled out of my eyes. It was just another reason, another example, just another piece of evidence that I would never matter. It was impossible. I just had to accept it. Nothing could change, nothing would change. Up until that point, I had worked hard to create a resume filled with activities and accomplishments. I would constantly volunteer my time. Anything. I just wanted proof. Proof that I could do something. Proof that I could make a difference. Proof that I was enough. That rejection made it feel like everything was worthless. I was chasing after an impossible goal I would never reach. During this time, I was so busy trying to prove myself that I forgot what was important, everything that mattered. I needed to step back, look at the entire gestalt, and see the world I created for myself. I did have people who cared about me. I had people I made smile. I was making a difference. I was too caught up in this metaphorical, imaginary chase to recognize and realize the world around me. The youth tour, in particular, helped me realize something. It may sound cringy or corny, but it showed me that I have a place in this world. Every morning, I'd wake up and there'd be people waiting for me, my friends. We laughed and shared smiles. Everything felt like it was going to be okay. People listened to me. I mattered. It was only a week, but it shifted my entire perspective. I was too caught up in this metaphorical chase to realize the world around me, and I forgot to stop and smell the roses. This consciousness brings a quote to mind in a poem by Robert Herrick, "To the virgins to make much of time. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a-flying, and the same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying." You can't ignore the beauty around you because it'll be gone before you know it. Life is a vapor. Seize the day, live with passion. You don't have time to doubt yourself. You can't allow yourself to live in the shadows. Constantly telling yourself that nothing matters and that nobody cares is pointless. You need to shift your perspective and see the beauty all around you. So many people waste their lives in the background because they convince themselves that they'll never be enough. Franz Kafka is a key example. He's a well-known literary figure who inspired Kafkaesque, blending realism with fantasy to create the concept of absurd bureaucracy and alienation. Yet his work was published after his death. Kafka never believed in himself. He thought he was a failure. His work didn't deserve to get published. Yet his stories turned out to be literary works of art, completely changing the landscape. Imagine how many Kafkas have lived and died without sharing their voice with the world, whose voice could change it. Imagine the difference you could make with just a shift of perspective. Franz Kafka once wrote, "Youth is happy because it has the ability to see beauty. Never lose that ability, for beauty is all around you. Seize the day, live with love. Every idea, every thought, every action you inhibit yourself from doing or speaking is lost forever, lost to eternity. You can make a difference." Robert Frost had written in his poem, "The Road Not Taken, 2 roads diverged in a wood and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. 2 roads, one familiar, one uncertain. I could have stayed in the shadows, let my fear win, but I didn't. I saw the road where I believed I mattered. I chose the road where I thought I mattered, and that has made all the difference. You can choose it too. It's never too late. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait to be perfect. Choose boldness, choose beauty, choose passion and vigor. Make your life extraordinary." So, after everything, after doubts, darkness, detours, I've come to understand something. We are all writing our stories, step by step and day by day. In that spirit, I offer you this poem not as an answer, but as a reminder of what might be possible when we dare to believe. Our shoes clacking on hard cement, these reminiscent feelings we must all lament. As our steps emerge in unison, forever intertwined, see the future is lost, all the same now combined. Yet if we stop on this path for a glimmer of hope, and we reach new horizons and broaden our scope, chase after our dreams, shoot for the stars, then anything's possible. The script is now ours. Thank you.